Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to this in-season edition, first of its kind in 2025, here in the National Football League world on Overreaction Monday. Rich Eisen and Chris Brockman coming to you from the Rich Eisen podcast set in our Los Angeles studios.
Yes, sir.
So those who are listening to this pod, you can see it on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Rich Eisen Show. For those who are seeing it, guess what? You can download it for your ear-gate pleasure anytime you want, wherever you get your podcast, thanks to our friends at the ESPN Podcast World and Pod Center. Good to see you over there, Christopher. How are you?
Rich, great to see you. How are you, my friend? Are you?
I do not know in which hemisphere I reside.
That's what I was going to say.
I do not
how
know.
You hanging?
I do not know.
Yeah.
First time for me last week where the phrase below the equator wasn't a metaphor. You know, anytime who called me was hitting me below the equator. While I was in Brazil. So
I mean,
never
great job on the
Thank
cast. You
sir.
and Kurt. The game obviously lived up the billing. A phenomenal contest with the Chargers pulling it out. Yeah. And obviously the whirlwind weekend that you've had, but an amazing week one. So let's get to it, man.
Let's get to it. So much to discuss, certainly coming off the Sunday night football.
God.
81 points of Palooza extravaganza. What a massive way for the first Sunday of the NFL season 2025 to finish up. Hit it.
That was terrible. That was crap. That was garbage. This place sucks.
Overreaction Monday.
All right, Christopher,
Rich
lay it on
Eisen,
me. What do you got over there?
Here's the paper. Let's get right to it. Obviously, we have to start.
Can I guess with one thing that you're going to be asking me about?
Oh, sure.
If I can call one shot. I know you're going to start with the Sunday night
Okay,
game.
yeah.
So that's not that one I'm sure we're starting with.
Just put this down.
When is Jaxson Dart starting? Is that part of today's program? Okay, very good. All right, hit it. Figuratively, we've already hit the open. Go for it, Christopher.
Rich, have to start with Sunday night.
Unbelievable.
God, that was incredible. Allen versus Lamar.
Unreal.
Probably the best rivalry in the NFL right now.
Oh,
but we got
that's not your first item?
That
right
is
there?
not. No,
Okay.
I'm getting just right to Josh Allen. Josh Allen is QB1. He's going to repeat as MVP, and the Bills are the 1 seed in the AFC.
I don't think that's an overreaction right now. I don't think that's an overreaction.
What can he do?
Because the Ravens came in on Sunday night and hit the Bills in the mouth. The Ravens have a better skilled roster. It's just that simple. I mean, I was sitting there. I'll be honest, man.
I don't know.
Chris, hold on a minute.
I don't know.
Chris, Derrick Henry's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
And he is as good as ever. There wasn't a single ounce of a diminished return from this guy at age 31 last night.
Except when he fumbled and lost the game.
I know that, but that just proves he's human.
Yeah.
Okay. Lamar Jackson, top of his game. He's now even Omahaing. Okay. He's audibling. I've never seen that from him. A number of times that Chris Collinsworth was pointing that out last night is noteworthy.
Yeah.
Because he hadn't done that before. Mm-hmm. He's getting better as a quarterback and showed up in week one, Sunday night, as a better quarterback than the guy last year who had 41 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. And Zay Flowers is healthy.
Zay Flowers looked good.
Looked like a WR1.
He looked good,
And
yeah.
then DeAndre Hopkins grabs one with 1 mitt.
I mean,
his first target winds up with a circus catch.
That's I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was.
That's all that matters.
Unbelievable.
That's all
catch.
you need. That's all you need. So the Ravens showed up in that manner last night, and I'm sitting there when the win probability for the Ravens last night
probably 99.
Exactly.
Right.
And I'm thinking, so what is my opinion of the Buffalo Bills going to be now that they're clearly not the number one team in the AFC?
Oh, I mean, I had a whole Ravens topic that I deleted.
The Ravens went from the best team in the NFL,
clear-cut Super Bowl favorite,
to a lot of question marks about them by the end of the game. And yes, there's 16. I know this sounds like an overreaction. There's 16 more games to go. They can wind up, 16-1.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And then we're not having this conversation. This sounds ridiculous. So they are still the same team, but it's still the same thing that happens in January where it's just like a fumble here. This thing happens there. Everything starts sliding against them, and they can't stop the momentum against them. And suddenly they're sitting on the couch watching the Chiefs and the Bills play for the AFC Championship
game.
Game.
Find really dumb ways to lose games and they shouldn't.
Right.
Yeah.
And this happened in September.
And we're get it out of the way now.
I guess, but all right. That's the Ravens.
Yeah, that's the Ravens.
Okay. But the Buffalo Bills doing what they did last night with the opportunities presented in front of them, A lesser quarterback would have just settled for a field goal or gone out on downs in four shots.
Mm-hmm.
You knew when Henry fumbled the ball that Josh Allen would get the ball in the end zone. We didn't know that the way he would get it there would be with his third string tight end who Tirico even had to go down, who was the Rolls Royce here.
Like,
he had to go down on his board, knowing his board. He had to go like, okay, that's the third tight end.
He was like, whoa. It's not Kincaid. Right, it's not Knox.
Everybody on that roster, even though they're not, as I pointed out, maybe as talented as the Ravens, has to have their head on a swivel because Allen's going to find them. And then he's just unstoppable. Like I said years ago, he's like the Mandalorian quarterback. The play starts after he gets hit, just like Big Ben back in the day.
Yeah, but he's
faster than Big Ben. He's more healthy. He's younger than Big Ben.
Absolutely.
He's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So to sit here and say this is an overreaction that he's going to repeat as the MVP, and the Bills as the one seed, they're not only one leg up on the Ravens, they're one leg up on their entire division. Everybody else lost.
Yep.
Jets, Patriots, Dolphins, who looked brutal.
We'll get to them.
And they're a leg up on the Chiefs. And they're a leg up on the Texans. Who are the people that we think that have a chance to knock off the Bills in Highmark, which kicked off its final season in such a way that you're thinking there's fairy dust in that place?
Well, for the ones that stuck around and watched.
Nice. Can't blame them. I almost went upstairs because, again, I don't know what hemisphere I'm in. I almost tapped out of that game myself. And I'm like, I'll find out in the morning what the final score is. And I'm like, no, just suck it up, Rich. And my whole family started watching. Unbelievable.
You went to bed. Oh, my gosh.
Dude, unbelievable. So I cannot sit here and say this is crazy, out of the realm. You're overreacting. The standings point out how big of a win that was for the Bills just 1 week in, tie-break wise. Yeah. Okay. And then, you got to sit here and wonder if the other Harbaugh might be the one to stop the Bills because of the way they looked on Friday night. At one point, both Harbaughs had the best-looking team, special teams, offense, defense, and they may still, by the end of the day, there may be a Harbaugh for the AFC Championship game at the end of the day.
That'd be fun.
But after what I saw last night, this is not an overreaction. You're 1 for 1. What else?
This game was so good. I got to do another topic about it because it was incredible.
All right.
Bills-Ravens is already the game of the year. Lock it up right now. I don't care that there's 17 more weeks. And that was the AFC Championship Game preview.
I can't sit there and say this is an AFC Championship Game preview.
Those are the two best teams, though, right? Those are the two best teams.
The Chargers looked amazing. I saw them with my own 2 eyes.
Yeah, but the Chargers can't put up 40 like that, can they?
Bro. Justin Herbert had 300 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. Let me say this stat because it's right here in front of me. Perfectly timed.
We'll get to the Chargers.
No, that's all right. Yeah. But Justin Herbert joins Tom Brady and Drew Brees as the only quarterbacks with 300 or more passing yards and 3 touchdowns and no interceptions in an international game.
Oh, international.
Correct. Brees, Brady, Herbert. So I can't sit here and say the Los Angeles Chargers, after what I saw with my own 2 eyes, can't make the AFC Championship game. So I'll can I say by half?
Sure.
Because again, what other game is going to feature 81 points, a 15-point plus a 15-point deficit,
with like
comeback in the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
With everything crazy.
The last 2 MVPs.
The fumble, the last 2 MVPs, that fumble by Derrick Henry, but an incredible game from him.
Yeah.
Where he looked like Lightning McQueen again, just going whoosh.
Dude, he looked unreal.
He's unreal, and everybody else was looking terrific as well. I know defenses aren't very happy with giving up 240 burgers.
But come on, you're not going to stop
But
those
the first
guys.
40 burgers of the season are in the same game.
Yeah.
Right? It's the whole country's watching. Standalone game. A wild sequence at the end of the first half where another fire drill field goal happens.
The ref is like, Ravens, come back on the field.
Right. The Ravens are like, we're in the locker room, and then you did take a look at the replay, and it was right to put 1 second back on the clock.
A little home cooking, maybe.
I don't know. I mean, it
was close.
And then Matt Prater ended both halves, and he was at home on Thursday.
He took a red eye to Buffalo.
Kickers don't get private jets. Is that what it is? No PJs for the kicker?
No PJs for MP.
440 hitter. He had to fold his 41-year-old bones into. Did we at least fly him first?
Hopefully.
Did we at least fly him first?
Hopefully he was in first.
So, yeah. How are we going to see a crazier game than that the rest of the year. I mean, it's on the board. That's a clubhouse leader.
Would you have went for it if you're the Ravens, 4th and 3 near midfield?
No, I know I don't know.
There a lot of second guessing on John Harbaugh today about that,
bro. Second guess. He also said that Lamar was cramping.
Cramping?
Yeah, that's what he said.
I mean, it's not like it was 80 degrees in Buffalo last night.
It's the first game of the year. Playing all that was incredible.
That was a high.
I can't blame anybody second guessing this.
That Martin Scorsese gif of
cinema.
Unbelievable. A lot of those last night.
Unreal.
Loved it.
So this is, I guess, you're half right. Half right.
All right. Well, I know I'm going to be right on this one, Rich.
And don't sleep on the Chiefs pulling it together, pal.
They look pretty bad.
They didn't look bad. They didn't look pretty bad.
You saw it.
You want me to get into it, or
no,
you got a topic?
I don't. We're gonna get to the Chargers later.
But I'll hit the Chiefs right now for you, if you want.
I don't have a Chiefs topic.
Okay, so let me hit it right now since you just brought it up.
All right.
Dude,
they can't stop anybody.
Their best laid plan was blown up 3 snaps into the game when Travis Kelce and Xavier Worthy collide.
That has nothing to do with the defense.
But the defense was doing its job for much of the night until Chris Jones. I mean, everything was going badly for the Chiefs. And
you just told me how Herbert was unstoppable.
I know that. He was.
But the Chiefs' defense was, come on.
The Chiefs' defense.
Not like we've seen in the last few years during this run.
The Chiefs' defense was out of sync. And they were not on the same page. And that's where I would be calling the Chiefs out. I mean, Chris Jones making that inside move. Drew Tranquil went right in his grill.
Well, good for him.
And they were yelling at each other. And I'm going to talk about that on the flagship show later on.
Yeah.
But that sort of stuff, you can iron that stuff out. What you can't iron out is a dislocated shoulder on the guy that you're expecting to take the top of the defense off against the Chargers, and then suddenly that guy's out, and Rashee Rice is not coming back. He's not walking through that door for another month and a half.
Yeah.
And that's how Hollywood Brown wound up with 10 targets, or 10 catches in all those targets.
They might have to make some calls to Miami.
They might. To get Tyreek Hill back, that I don't think is ever going to happen on this earth.
I mean,
I don't know.
Put things aside, man. You got to win football games. You got to stretch the field. All we heard off season was how the Chiefs are going to push it downfield.
The 2 people that were
I get it, but if Xavier Worthy's out for the season, looked bad. The trainer, there was a shot of him on the sideline saying it's bad.
I know. Well, I mean, it's dislocated,
and so
they're hoping he can play in a harness. If he needs surgery, then we'll talk about it.
What are you going to call Odell and get him out of
he was there in Brazil.
You got it.
He was literally right there.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's the answer, but all I'm saying is it's just 1 week. Don't sleep on the Chiefs is all I'm saying, and I'm not just saying that to back up my play. It didn't look good. I'm not going to lie, but Mahomes looked incredible. He looked just like
the second half.
The MVP Pat. That's what he looked like. He was unreal. That 4th down throw.
Oh,
the game is on the line. When Hollywood Brown's wide open,
how's he wide open?
Because I don't think anybody thought Mahomes was going to be able to throw it there.
Because Khalil Mack, they olayed him right to the backfield,
and then he juked out Khalil Mack to get in the end zone with his legs.
It was a great play.
And Kelce scored a touchdown.
Yeah, but he looked pretty bad, pretty washed most of that game.
I am not going to call that man washed at all.
What was the one over the middle where he could have had a touchdown and he just kind of stopped?
That one again. I'm gonna chalk that up to week 1. There are fixable things. What's not fixable maybe is that Xavier Worthy shoulder.
Yeah, that was a bummer.
That's what I'm concerned about with Rashee Rice out for another month and a half.
Yeah.
What else you got? Moving on.
You guys laughed at me when I said the Chiefs could start 1-5.
What else you got?
Rich, speaking of rough starts, the Russell Wilson era is over, man. It's time to start Jaxson Dart in New York.
I have been saying this for weeks. That when you look at the Giants' first month and a half to 2 months of their schedule and how incredibly difficult it is and filled with landmines for rookies to get sucked into and then spat out. When you look at that schedule, if you can pop it up, Mr. Hoskins and Don, and if you have the ability, not knowing that I was going to ask for it. And there it is. At Dallas versus Kansas City and the Chargers. Okay. Jeez. At New Orleans, which you're thinking there might be a soft part in the schedule, potentially. Home for Philadelphia, at Denver, at Philadelphia, home for San Francisco, at Chicago, home for Green Bay, which looked like the best defense in the NFL against the Lions, who then shows up with a home game for the Lions in Week 12, Giants at Detroit. I'm sitting there thinking, You can't put the rookie in there. You cannot put the rookie in there. I've been saying that for a month and a half, and now I am saying put the rookie.
Put him in there, my man.
I'm literally sitting.
Around. You have to.
I watched it.
You have to.
Now, the only thing I'm going to say here is the next game on the road in Dallas. Do I think that's the moment? Do I think that's the moment to see? Let's see if Russ gets one more game. Hold on a second to figure it out. Then you're going to have Jaxson Dart start his first game at home against the defending AFC champion Chiefs.
On a short week, short in quotes.
It's not that short. I mean, it's
Thursday night.
Oh, that's a Thursday night game, right?
Yeah.
Then that's not it either.
So you just do it now. Rip the
that
Band-Aid
may
off.
be the case.
You can't have malik neighbors.
May be the case.
Yelling at the head coach.
That's what
and then
I'm
the
saying.
awkward high five. He just doesn't. And then Dable's left like, see.
Dable has got to take the pulse. Is the locker room already sick and tired of what happened? Don't blame it on Russ in the fact that they're sick and tired of it. It's not like they're sick and tired of Russ. They're just sick and tired of the result, sick and tired of the misfirings on offense. And like they saw what the kid did. They believe in the kid. They love the kid. The kid can give them a jolt. And if Daboll takes the pulse of the locker room and says, if I run Russ out there one more time, and the same thing happens in Dallas, I'm going to have a palace coup on my hands. And he's got to make that decision. And if there's anybody who's smart enough to read the room, it's got to be this guy. I mean, he's no dumbass.
No, not a dummy. No.
Okay,
Coach
so, yeah, man.
Seems like it's time. And he didn't rule it out. He didn't rule it out.
Well, he didn't rule it in.
He went out of his way to say the loss wasn't on Russ. Like, come on, you're going to watch the tape and realize that like he wasn't doing anything to help you win.
Well, I mean, the running game wasn't doing jack.
But either. He didn't rule out not pulling the trigger on Dart, so we'll see.
I'll be honest with you, man.
It's got to be.
The rookies can give them a nice breath of fresh air, including Scadaboo, who I would love for him to start seeing what he hits. He kept on lowering his helmet way too much for my liking. I like that he loves contact.
His first play was just boom, 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 boom.
Dude.
Pinball.
So I get it.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Okay.
And I have now come around. I just don't know when the right time is for that.
I don't think there is one, which is why you just got to do it.
What's next?
Man, speaking of coming around, I've been dogging this guy and this team all summer. Rightfully so, I think, in my opinion. And this was just one game, but
what a setup.
It does seem like Aaron Rodgers has hit the fountain of youth, Rich. He's going to mirror that 2021 MVP season. 4,035 tutties incoming. Rodgers is back.
No. We just got to get him a little bit more of a running game. He did what he needed to do to win. That's for sure. I don't think that's the way the Steelers want to play. I just don't. And defensively, that's for sure. That's not the way they want to play. And if they couldn't stop Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson and the rest of that offense and Breece Hall, well, I mean,
Breece Hall
with all due respect, there's Lamar, Derrick Henry, and Zay Flowers twice,
and Burrow and Chase.
Well, I'm just pointing out about a dual threat quarterback that Justin Fields was.
Right.
Okay. I'm just saying in their own division, there's somebody a little bit more decorated than Justin Fields. And Garrett Wilson, you can make an argument is definitely more decorated and better than Zay Flowers.
Yeah, for sure.
But Derrick Henry, I mean, if you have trouble with Breece Hall, Justin Fields, what's going to happen when you take on Lamar and Derrick Henry? So they're going to want to keep those guys off the field. They're going to need to get that run game going. That's important. I don't think they want to win the way they won with the Jets. But in terms of Rodgers.
But it's good to know that they can.
Dude, it's his first 4-touchdown game since his last MVP season in his second to last year in Green Bay. He didn't do it in his last year in Green Bay. And of course, he didn't do it in his first year with the Jets. And he didn't do it last year either. 4 touchdowns and taking advantage of every opportunity that was in front of him. He was terrific and deserved to do what you saw on the screen right there, which is like ask the Jets fans to scream louder at him like it was his friggin' fault.
I know.
I mean, come on, man.
A
little self-awareness.
Giving it to him in the postgame, though, too, saying how he was
it's
happy to meet everyone in that organization.
Again, I mean, we don't know. Everyone assumes he and Saleh weren't getting along and they were gear grinding. I heard differently, all right? And Saleh gets bounced after week 5, and then everything's thrown at Nathaniel Hackett's feet, I think. Rightfully so. He got a lot of grief for what was going on there offensively. But I mean, Rodgers being told, I'm flying all the way across the country just to be told something they got FaceTime with. You know what I mean? Like nothing to me is more offensive than wasting my time. So if he felt wronged in that regard, for him to show up there on Sunday and do what he did with 4 touchdown game and getting a 60-yard field goal from his, a serial killer of a,
Boswell
of a kicker. That's what Mike Tomlin referred to him. Yep. I mean, it worked out so well for Rodgers. You knew it was going to work out well for Rodgers. Our friend Dylan O'Brien, diehard Jet fan, was seeing that coming. He's going to be smiling and everything. It's tough for Jets fans to swallow, but at least they can rest assured that Fields looked great.
Yep.
And the defense just couldn't stop Rodgers. There was a short field at one point. Kudos to him, man. But mirroring the 21 MVP season, I don't think he's going to have the chances to do that. That's not the way they want to play.
Yeah, but if the defense is giving up 30 burgers, then he's going to have to.
The fact that he has that ability to do it is awesome. And anybody who thinks the Steelers are going to be screwed because he can't get away from the rush, or his arm stinks, or he's just going to be having a diminished return, that was incredible. Steelers fans have got to feel great about that. What's next?
Let's talk about Rodgers' former team. The NFC Championship game is going to be played at Lambeau Field.
I don't know, man. The Packers' schedule is pretty packed with people that would be willing to push back on that.
They looked like the best team in the NFC, though, right?
Let me just go through yes, without a doubt. They sure did. And Micah being there just gives them a big-ass boost, man.
Gets the
fans were jacked.
Yeah.
Fans were jacked.
Man, that number 1 jersey goes hard.
Fans were jacked. NFC Championship played at Lambeau Field. Is that possible? Absolutely. No doubt about it. But, dude, the Eagles are still there. Your Niners, Brock Purdy, with hardly anybody else out there.
With you and me catching balls.
Okay.
Please pray for George Kittle's hammy.
You know, the Rams... Defensively look great too.
Yeah, but I don't know. That game wasn't too sexy.
I am not concerned about the Los Angeles Rams offense, sir. Period.
I might be a little concerned about Houston.
Yes, and not just because they lost.
Yeah.
I mean, is it possible? Sure. I don't.
We're declaring it week 1.
The Philadelphia Eagles didn't play their best game, and they still won.
Didn't play their best game. Well, they're playing against a team that's going to win like 5 games.
I doubt. Cowboys look better. How can you say that?
Jaxson Dart's going to beat him this week.
Okay. I guess next Overreaction Monday. Put a pin in that.
Yeah,
I don't know. Do I call this an overreaction? I mean, it's definitely more possible now than before they got Micah Parsons. You know?
Yeah, you wouldn't have said this on Wednesday last week, would you?
Such a declarative statement means just one weekend means this is an overreaction.
It's week 1,
but it's entirely possible. Of course it is. What else you got?
This is what we
Let's move on.
Rich, it's week 1. I think I said this team was the top 5, had no chance to win the Super Bowl, and now the Colts are the AFC South frontrunners. Danny Dimes.
I need to put a pin in this one just to see how bad the Dolphins are.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, no, honestly, we need
They're
to see.
bad.
We need, I guess, but we need to see.
But the Colts defense kind of made them look bad.
I'm not sitting here and saying that the Colts weren't the reason why that was a blowout. I'm just saying I need to see more before I make that declaration. Texans defense is still lights out, bro. They're nasty.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah.
They just got to protect CJ Stroud.
Side of the ball.
I'm with you.
But that's what happens when you trade away your best lineman.
Is Daniel Jones going to win this division for the Indianapolis Colts?
Amazing.
Is that what's going to happen?
I mean, look, Tyler Warren.
He's got ability, man.
Jonathan Taylor, Pittman's making plays.
Well, first of all, his best ability for the Colts right now is his availability.
Yeah, he's got to be out there.
Number 1. Number 2 is he's got multiple threats. Number 3 is if he's putting it together, he's got a lot of talent, and you know he's always had a lot of talent. You know he can get up to 25 miles an hour when he runs.
He's fast.
And he's got an arm. And you know he's got a brain. It just, he hasn't put it all together for whatever reasons.
Right. And he's had a lot of bad injury luck.
So now he's got weapons. He found Pittman. That guy, Alec Pierce from Cincinnati, is so friggin' good.
Dude, Tyler Warren
is
the truth.
Okay, and Jonathan Taylor. They have the pieces.
They've got it.
They can win this division. Are they front runners based off of that
on
win?
Monday, September 8th.
I'm not going to call them front runners.
Oh.
I'm not.
Jacksonville?
Well, Jacksonville has entered the chat.
Okay.
Jacksonville has entered the chat. As a matter of fact, dude, I mean, Jacksonville and the Colts right now are your division leaders.
That's what I'm saying.
1 week in, so much to overreact to. That's why I love the week one Overreaction Monday. I'll call this an overreaction at the moment.
It's the best.
I will call this an overreaction at the moment. Let's see how bad Miami is. And I know everyone's assuming that they are. I got it.
They're bad.
Okay.
They're bad.
Well, it was a terrible result and a terrible day and turnovers galore.
Yeah.
You know, and Tyreek's already emoting. So we shall see. What else?
Which we got 4 more.
Okay.
We're going to finish strong.
Let's do it.
This team is a first-place team in the division.
Well, there's 8 of them, or many of them, I guess, tied.
They're a first-place team, despite the win. The Bengals' slow start is going to haunt them again.
Dude.
What are we doing?
What do you want from them?
I want them to blow teams out that they're supposed to blow out.
The Browns' defense might turn out to be pretty damn good, though, Chris. And how about this? You're like, they can't stop a cold. They can't stop anybody. And
Flacco is 800 years old. They should only give up 16 points to him.
Flacco may be 800.
They need to blow teams out. You have the best quarterback in the league that we've talked about for a long time, or one of them, okay? You have the number 1 wide receiver in the league, the number 1 fantasy pick across the board, right? Chase Brown, the hype on this guy was through the roof. You've seen what he's capable of last year, and you only put up 17 points? Chase had like 30 yards. Burrow had barely over 100. Come on.
It didn't look pretty. They've
This
always
is
had a problem.
another slow start again.
No, I'm not going to go there.
They were just fortunate to win because the Browns kicker stinks.
I'm not going to go there yet.
They only won because that kid couldn't make a kick.
That is one way to look at it. Obviously, we don't know if they were forced to have Burrow to go down the field because they had to.
What were they doing the rest of the time?
I hear you on all of that, and you put it all together. Defensively, they took the ball away, and they did get some breaks, which, by the way, other teams get, and we don't hold it against them. I'm going to call this an overreaction. Let's see what happens. Their next game is against Jacksonville.
That is not going to be easy.
In Cincinnati, the only thing I can say for sure about that game, without a doubt, is that the head coach is going to fly back with the team and not go to his bar in Columbus and create a big-ass problem.
You sure
Which
about
is
that?
the last
sure
time
about
Jacksonville played in Cincinnati.
Sure?
I'm going to just
Are you sure?
I don't know Liam Cohen personally.
Okay.
I'm just going to assume he will be on the flight. And then he will not be fired because he's created a big-ass problem for his team, even though he's the greatest coach, apparently, in college football history.
Because some
just
weird
pointing
videos
it out,
pop up on
any
on Twitter.
opportunity I can get to hit on Urban Meyer in that regard. I'm going to take it, and I just did.
You did.
That's the only thing I can guarantee you about that game.
Okay.
Now, is that an overreaction or not?
No, that's not an
Thank you. I'll call this an overreaction for the moment.
Either. I
What
think
else you
I think
got?
you're hitting the panic button in Cincinnati already.
They're 1-0, bud. Come on.
Who cares?
Okay, it's 1 week. But defensively, they played well.
Yeah, because they're playing against an offense that isn't good. Okay, never mind.
What are you talking about?
The Browns' offense is not good.
Okay.
In
the best ball, who got some of the most points for you in your flex spot?
Dylan Sampson, because he caught 8,000 short checkdowns from Joe Flacco.
Guess what happened?
Okay.
Points, not enough. Yards, yes. Move on.
Okay.
Move on.
I can't wait to see what this one. When Ben Johnson left Detroit, the Lions championship window closed with it.
I can hear you on that. And the first game of the Lions season in Lambeau Field, it did look like one of those body swap movies. It did look like a freaky Sunday, a freaky Sunday,
Freaky Sunday in
where,
Lambeau,
where the Packers looked like the Lions of the last few years, and the Lions looked like on occasion the Packers, who had some great days over the last couple of years, as we all know, including in Detroit on Thanksgiving. So I definitely saw a different Goff. I saw a different protection for Goff. Is it the Packers? Is it just their year?
Maybe.
Have the Lions championship window, has it closed? Let's see what Ben Johnson looks like. We are recording this prior to Monday Night Football. So stay tuned for Overreaction Monday on a Tuesday on the flagship show, and we'll be overreacting to the Monday Nighter. Don't know the answer to it. I can't say their championship window closed, but I can say they look different, and they did not look like the Ben Johnson offense at all.
If the Bears light it up tonight and Caleb looks amazing, are we going to be wondering if it was all Ben Johnson in Detroit?
Yeah, we'll be wondering it, but until week 2. That's the beauty of this pod and this sport.
Yeah.
But for the moment, I say this is an overreaction that their championship window closed. But week 1 definitely plays into the narrative that's behind this topic, Bart. What else you got?
Let's talk about my Niners.
Okay, you're nice. You want to talk about freaky? The fact that you're calling a Kyle Shanahan coach team your Niners.
They got it out a win yesterday in Seattle.
They sure did. No Kittle. Juwan Jennings goes out.
And the kicker, your boy Jake Moody.
They're already talking about signing Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah,
from the podium.
Oy.
Post game.
Not great.
Kyle Shanahan's like, I hope, we've been trying to sign him. Hope we can get him. That's what the Niners said. But guess what? They're 1-0. Like the Rams and the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, good division.
Yeah.
Good division.
Okay.
And CMC is back. CMC is back, plus all the injuries means the top 5 MVP season is coming.
No, dude.
From CMC.
No.
30 touches.
I got you.
140 yards.
Good for him.
He is back.
That's great. I need to see it again. And then again. Can you put a pin in this until like the first show in October? Can we do that? Dude, how can you go from, you are like on, everybody, there is a text chain amongst the Rich Eisen Show fantasy football group. About a dozen people strong, at least, right?
Oh, well, yeah. Well, add Adam and O'Shea. There's 14 in there.
Okay, there's a whole bunch, right?
Yeah.
The number of times you texted the entire group with your, if you had hair, on fire. Because you drafted Christian McCaffrey in the first round of that league, trying to defend your title from last year, the inaugural league year. Mm-hmm. I lost track. Now you're sitting here on the Monday saying, oh, he looked great, 30 touches, all this stuff. He looks awesome.
I talked to some sources.
Oh, it's your sources.
Sources weren't conced.
Okay.
Close to the situation.
Okay.
And
I root for him.
30 touches. What more do you want out of the guy?
It was impressive. It was awesome. It was great to see. I want to see him. The Niners being good is good for business. It's good for the league. It's good for fans. It's awesome. All right. It's great. I'm sure it's great to see. He's good people. I'm rooting for him.
Yeah.
Let me see it a couple more times before I'm talking about top 5 MVP season coming, dude. Come on now. Come on. They're going to use him. They're going to use him a lot.
A lot.
I understand about the injuries.
A lot.
And that makes him that more prominent and important.
Of course.
Okay.
Purdy, my boy.
And you know he's my. Don't you dare take him or the title of whose boy Brock Purdy is. You can't just pivot like the last few years don't exist. Okay.
I have him in 4 leagues. All right. Last one.
Yes, sir.
And you were there. You were there in Brazil, Rich.
I was.
You saw this team.
I did.
The Chargers are the team to beat in the AFC West.
Oh, I agree with that.
Really?
Right now? Yeah. I agree.
What about the 30-minute ago Chiefs pushback I got?
I'm not saying that they're dead. I'm not that. Based on what I saw, there was one division winner and one team that looked like a wild card team on Friday night in Brazil. And the team that won looked like a division winner. And the team that lost looked like a team that, is going to suffer more defeats than they're used to and go in and start to have to do the rare thing, which is go on the road in the playoffs solely, not a single game at Arrowhead. That's the way last Friday played out. You got to give it up, dude. What you saw.
Yeah, they were awesome.
Yeah.
That guy, number 10, Justin Herbert, he looked like an MVP.
You know who looked like an MVP was Alt. Dude. Joe Alt just took care of business on that left side.
Yeah. It seems like next year Rashawn Slater is going to be playing right tackle.
I don't even, which is crazy to even say those words out loud.
Great problem to have if you're Jim.
Dude, they really, Hampton didn't do very much either.
No, but when he did.
No. But I'm just saying, like, you're going to have to ramp it up, just like Ashton Genty. You know, like he wasn't world beaten either.
Yep.
Right now, your offensive rookie of the year is Ibuka. In Tampa, who had 2 touchdowns.
No doubt.
2 touchdowns.
No doubt.
You didn't even hit on that in that game in here, which was
tomorrow.
It was great. Penix looked good, and Drake London with an unfortunate injury late, but the Falcons did what they're supposed to do.
Pitts has life.
Hey man, listen, but the Bucs, survived that game, which is. What a massive win to come up with a win on the road. They didn't beat the Falcons once last year. Mm-hmm. Now they already have. They got a division road win under their belt and a kid who can play his head off. And with Godwin coming back at some point, they just won a road game without Tristan Wirfs. Mm-hmm. So a massive dub for the Bucks. But to just sit here and say that, I saw the Raiders. They looked better than we thought they were, which is great.
It might be the Patriots or
We'll
less than.
We'll find out. But still, they still got it done. And the Broncos, I mean,
sweating survivor picks.
No
yesterday.
question. I understand. So the Chargers were top to bottom, had the best game of an AFC team in week 1, which I can safely say, not only because I saw it, but the only game that is remaining is an NFC game. So all the AFC teams have played.
Yep.
And the Chargers, all around, pound for pound, as they say in boxing, best performance by an AFC team.
Oh, they're number 1 in the AFC right now?
Dude.
Over
Buffalo?
Yeah.
Who gave up 40 points?
I
know what you're going against. I understand it. But that was Mahomes. They took care of business.
Chargers number
Last
1
year, the
AFC.
Chargers had the number 1 scoring defense in the NFL, 17.7. You know how many points they gave up on Friday night? 18. Their average is only going up a tick. Herbert looked terrific. The run game is stout. The offensive line looked great. Defensively, they were keeping the Chiefs off the scoreboard. Dude.
Wow. So I'm trying to get a feel for what Power Ranking Wednesday is going to look like.
Oh, it's going to be all over the map.
That I love.
Stay tuned for that.
That I love.
But in the meantime, we've got a Monday show to do in the flagship.
Oh, can't wait.
Hopefully you enjoyed this edition of Overreaction Monday. On Monday's flagship show, Al Michaels in studio. The rest of the week, Bert Kreischer in studio on Tuesday. Frank Caliendo in studio on Wednesday. A lot of laughs. Kyle MacLachlan, the actor from Twin Peaks back in the day. And,
oh, man.
Great
week.
Is going to be in studio on Thursday and in studio on Friday. Your boy Chicky, Mike Chickless comes up. We got to get his pug TB12 back here.
Can Tom Brady still play? Because we might need him.
The dog? For Chris, I'm Rich. Thanks for taking in this edition of Overreaction Monday. Check us out every single week, whether you're watching us on our YouTube channel or listening to us wherever you get your podcasts. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.